Hey everyone, Larry Snow here with Veda Day 26. It is very late at night. It is 11:23. I'm hoping to get this done by 12. If not, it'll just be a little tiny bit late for Day 26. Just had a lazy day today, and then my wife and my daughter came home from Maine late tonight, so it was a little bit crazy. So I wasn't able to record when I wanted to, but that's okay. I can do it now. So today's topic is how-tos. Show somebody how to do something, anything. In this video, I'm going to show you not really how to, but I'm going to show you a couple of tools that you can use in your web design. Specifically some web design color tools, color wheels, and I'm also going to show you a couple of tools to check the health of your website. So let's get started. You might have seen that little banner at the top of my website before in a previous video when I was doing a how-to, and it's this part right up here, and I'll draw a little arrow here so you can see. It's this little bar up here. And this is called SEO Quake. It is free. It is a Chrome browser application. I'm not sure if it's available for Firefox, but you can go check it out if it is. And I think it's a pretty valuable tool. And it has a bunch of other features. I'm not really going to get into all those because I wanted to show you diagnosis. And if you click on diagnosis here, it gives you a quick synopsis of basically your search engine optimization health of your website. And obviously I'm being honest here because you're going to see some X's, and let's just go through these real quickly. So basically it's telling you the length URL. Now I'm showing you a category, so it's going to be a little different if you actually look at a website. The title is short. I should have a little bit more on here. The meta description is short because this is a category again, so it's just a description of the category. I should make that a little bit longer. Description should be about 160. Meta keywords, I don't have any because again this is a category. Then we get into headings, and these are your H1, H2, H3, etc. tags. The more the merrier. You should have at least a few H1s and H2s on your website because that's what the search engine likes to see, Google likes to see. Images, they look for alt tags because that again is helpful for search engines to find descriptions for images, and I have 14 that are missing, so I should get on that. So a little cautionary thing there. Text to HTML ratio is 10% or 11%, and that is because lately it's been Veda. So I've been posting a very short synopsis of Veda and then a video. Next up is frames. I don't have any frames. You shouldn't be using frames on your website either. Big no-no when it comes to search engine optimization. Robot text file, you should have that with your website. XML sitemaps. Language, so we're all getting greens here. Doc type, encoding, Google Analytics, of course, very, very big for your website to get those analytics. Micro formats, it actually shows you the advice here. I need to work on that a little bit. And the Dublin score, which I haven't even heard of before, so I guess I need to look at that a little bit. And meta tags. Now meta tags is geotags, so it actually you can put your location of your website if you'd like to. Feeds, I do have a FeedBurner feed on here for my website, and I do have a favicon, although it is blank. Still working on that. So that is SEO Quake. Next up, some web design tools. That I like to use. Amy Miyamoto actually put me onto ColorZilla, ColorZilla. And one of the things that I have been fooling around with lately is a gradient, CSS gradient generator. So you can actually create gradients behind text for your website. And I will show you a work. So here is a working example of the color gradient, CSS gradient generator. So I have it going from a blue to a white, or a very light white, and you just grab this code over here, copy that in, and then paste it on your styles sheet. So I just came across this actually a couple days ago from ColorZilla, and like I said, Amy Miyamoto put me onto ColorZilla because of the eyedropper, but I've been using the ultimate gradient generator with fantastic results. So that's one that I like to use. Here's another one I like to use called the Color Scheme Designer. So let's say your client gives you a particular color that they want to work with. And what Color Scheme does is give you complement colors and other various colors based on that particular color that you input. So let's just select a color on the wheel here, a nice, let's do a nice little green like that maybe. Yeah, just like that. So you can do the preview. So this is your preview mode, and it gives you the hexadecimal code. You just swap right into your website that you're working on. It can give you a light example. It actually gives you a template to look at to see, give you an example of how the colors would work, and that looks awful. And then they give you a dark page, which means it's the dark background instead of the white. So I think this is pretty neat. It gives you complement colors, so it gives you some reds to go with the green, kind of Christmassy. And then we're working in some magenta, looks like, and some teal. Maybe this wasn't a good color to choose. But see, you can rotate that around with the, because this one's called analogic. I like the complement ones because this one has been really helpful. You just wheel that around and it will show you the alternate color or the complement color for that particular main color that you're working with. And the last one I want to show you is something called HTML epsom. Now if you're in web design, there's this thing called ipsum lorem, which is fake, people thought it was Latin, but it's just fake text that I don't even know who created it. But it's just dummy text that you would put inside a website so that the client can see how it would look with a particular class or a particular style that you're working with, and without actually putting in actual content into the website. So I like HTML epsom because it gives you a multitude of ways in which to deliver this fake content. So whether it's a one sentence or a definition list, unordered list, even standard navigation it will give you. And then there's something here called the kitchen sink. Will give you H1s and paragraphs and ordered lists and block quotes. So it'll give you the whole thing, so you can actually see how you're doing with your style sheet, how you're doing with your styles, and you can show that to your client. So those are three. Oh wait, there's one more. So there's one more. And this is put out by HubSpot. HubSpot puts out quite a few excellent things from marketing articles. They have a ton of free webinars to attend. They have a ton of marketing PDFs that they give you. Lots and lots of good information. If you haven't visited HubSpot for marketing or in this case, this is called a marketing grader, you're missing out on a lot of use of information. So let's try this out. I've tried this out before, and I actually think it's pretty accurate. It's pretty good. So let's try. I want to pick something neutral. So let's try CNN. See if we can do it with CNN.com. And we'll try a competitor website like msnbc.com. And I'm not going to put in your email address because that is not required. The only thing that's required is your main website URL if you want to put that in there. And then you click Generate Report. And it's still working a little bit, but we can start scrolling down. Okay, so it's done. So what Marketing Grader does is just that. It gives you a grade on your marketing efforts through your website. So right now, CNN overall gets a score of 88. And they split it up into 3 parts. So you have the top of the funnel, the middle of the funnel, and the analytics. So let's just work through this report. So the top of the funnel, top 3 action items, link to your blog from your home page, make sure you have unique page descriptions, and add all tags to your images. So they found a blog. It automatically tries to find a blog for you for the website that you put in. Puts in your recent blog articles. So anything that has a green check mark, you're in good shape. Anything with a red X, you need to take a look at. So it's pretty lengthy. They're saying here that their CNN's blog is not easy to find, and then they tell you how to then they tell you how you can fix this. Now this again is just, it's a marketing kit if they want you to sign up for their services. So you don't, it's the video you watch has no useful information whatsoever. Here's your SEO again. So they get into that a little bit. They have an alt tag problem as well. Internal pages, they have problems. So they have their problems in the middle funnel part. How about that? They have over 500,000 people have linked to their site. Their Mozilla rank is 7, or SEO Moz 10-point measure. So it gives you a little bit more detail rather than the SEO Quake. So here's something. So when a client comes to me and says, I'd like to get help with marketing my website, or I'd like to get help with SEO, search engine optimization, the 2 tools that I use is SEO Quake and this one to get things going. There are some other tools that I won't share in this video, but maybe in a future one. So that's it, guys. That's it. Day 26 done, finished. Now I have to go edit this crazy thing. So I hope you found these useful. So just to wrap up, I talked about the HubSpot Marketing Grader. I talked about SEO Quake. I showed you Color Scheme Designer and HTML epsom. And the last one I showed you was a CSS gradient generator. That's it for me, guys. Have a good night. Bye.